What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. This video is going to be different, so I encourage you to stick around and watch at least some of it and see what you think about it. If you love it, awesome. If you don't, I'll see you on Sunday's upload. But let's get right into it. This video is not intended to be motivational or inspirational or anything like that. However, I do always say that if I can inspire one person to make a change in their life, to live a more fulfilled life, then my job is done. I put wallpaper on one of the walls yesterday and it looks so good, but yeah, so I have a bunch of junk. So today I want to talk a little bit about fears, whether that's a mental fear or a physical fear. Fears are just extremely hard to overcome. From the outside looking in, a lot of people around me tell me they admire my fearlessness. But what people don't really realize is that it's kind of a facade, and it's not me being fake or trying to act like nothing affects me, because 1000% things affect me, and they affect me very strongly. But I've kind of set out on a mission to not allow my fears to control me and define the way that I live my life. Not living in fear and dealing with those fears is extremely difficult. I'm not here to say that it's an easy thing to do and that it takes 5 seconds to overcome your fear and you're just afraid of absolutely nothing, because that's just not the truth of the matter at all. In fact, I'd be willing to say that dealing with those fears, that was a lot of paint. Dealing with those fears and facing them head on is probably one of the absolute most difficult things that you can do in your life. But I realized that one day, I'm simply just not gonna wake up. My life will be over. That's coat number 1. I think we're gonna have to do 2 on here, we'll see. Now, I don't really like the saying, live every day as if it's your last, because, well, what does that really even mean? I think most people take that as you have to live this absolutely insane lifestyle that make people wish that they were you, living just like you. I think instead of living every day as if it's your last, it's better to work every day toward being better and making changes that push you to strive for more, and ultimately, at the end of the day, make you okay with the fact that one day you're not gonna wake up. But hey, at least you truly lived, and you worked on making yourself the best version you possibly could be every day. For me, most of my fears are mental and not physical, and that's not to say that nothing in the physical world scares me. Obviously, there's plenty of things in the physical world that scare me, like swimming with sharks is absolutely terrifying to me. But those things, to me at least, a lot of the physical things are overcomable if you're able to get the mental strength to commit to those things. So now we're gonna get a little bit deeper. You're gonna get to know me a little bit better. We're gonna talk about those mental fears that I just mentioned. So my 2 biggest mental fears in life are the fear of failure and the fear to make massive changes that could potentially affect the rest of my life, and how that's gonna affect the rest of my life. So when I was younger, I used to let those fears kind of control me, and I never gave myself room for growth, and it never allowed me to become who I truly wanted to become. It also made me a super shy kid, like super shy. Trip, just like always. But yeah, basically I got really sick and tired of just always being fearful and always allowing it to control what I was doing in my life. And I got to kind of like a breaking point. I was in school, and I didn't necessarily want to be in school. College, that is. Didn't drop out of high school. But I was in college, and I just didn't really feel like I was meant to be there. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I was on a path that would have led to a fine job and a good life, but I didn't feel like I had a purpose of being there. And this is not at all to say, drop out of college, don't go to school, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not here to say that. I think college is great for a lot of people. I think it'll teach a lot of people a lot about social things. And if your job requires a college degree, by all means, go to college. But for me, it just didn't make sense anymore. I was 19 years old. I didn't feel like I had a purpose to be in school. So I made a massive change in my life. One of the scariest changes in my life possible, which was I'm gonna leave school. I'm gonna leave the possibility of that corporate job, and I'm gonna pursue photography. Something completely uncertain, something completely out of my comfort zone. And that turned into a whole lot of other changes, one of which was huge, like huge. So if you guys have been watching the videos for a while, you know I've probably gone over this story a couple of times now, or well, briefly in a couple videos maybe, but that thing that I did was I was 19 and I used all of the money I had, all of it, literally all of the money, well, almost all of the money I had from working at a frozen yogurt store that I had saved up to go to Paris, France. I bought a one-way ticket to Paris, France, to travel around Europe by myself for an entire month. And I was just going for it, you know, like that was it. I was just gonna try it out and see what happened. 6 and a 16th. Yeah, I did that because I felt like I needed a big change. Like I needed to really just overcome my fears, do something massive that would completely change the way I thought, the way I viewed things. And that was it. And I had an idea behind it, obviously. I didn't just go to go. I was shooting a video series called Bloodlines where I traveled my ancestry through Europe. But nonetheless, it was one of the scariest things I've ever done. But I came out of that experience way more confident than I ever was before. And I say all of this because right now, a new season of life is starting and it's absolutely terrifying. So scared of what's to come in my life. There's a lot going on in my life all at once and a lot of big changes happening all at once, and it's really terrifying. But when I take a step back and kind of think about it, I realize like we're all kind of just on this massive floating rock in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And really it doesn't matter, besides for the fact that I just try and I move forward and I continue my life as it comes, because I can't control it, and whatever happens for a reason. And I think that's probably one of the most important lessons that I've taken away over the last however long that I've been kind of thinking about this and trying to figure out how to not be scared of just doing life, you know, just doing the things that I want to do in my life before I die. Subtle plug there. If you guys haven't checked out the website, check it out. The clothing is still up and the new line will be coming very soon. I know I said that a while ago, but there have just been some problems with, you know, the supply chain. The brand is all about exactly this. And yeah, I just want people to kind of try and take life not so serious and just enjoy the little things, you know? I talked a little bit about my fear, and I really wanted to just come on a video and talk about all of this because I know fear is one of the biggest struggles of every person. I want to let people know that, you know, I'm right here dealing with those same problems that you're dealing with. At the end of the day, we only have one shot here on this floating rock, and don't waste it because you're fearful of what could happen. That thing that could happen didn't happen yet. I'm a victim to overthinking everything and thinking that all of these bad things are gonna happen when really they're never gonna happen. They haven't happened, they're not going to happen, and I just need to get out of my head, and it's hard to do that. But once you're out of your head and you push yourself and you force yourself to do something, your confidence level completely grows. You're out of your comfort zone and you build a new comfort zone. You build new confidence in things that you weren't confident in before, and you're able to do things that you never thought you could have done before, and now it's easy to you.
With the wind blowing in your hair, we can look back someday. Baby, don't you worry.
As I kind of finish this job off with the wallpaper, I just want to really finish the video off as well, just by saying that, you know, you're not alone at all in this. Everyone has fears that they deal with. Everyone has daily struggles that they go through. We're all just trying to make it through life as best as we possibly can. At the end of the day, it's your life and you only get one shot at it. It's no one else's life. Don't let other people tell you what you should and shouldn't be fearful of. Oh man, I'm not gonna have enough wallpaper. So that unfortunately is gonna wrap up this video. Come by on Sunday's video to see this wall completed and see the countertops in place, and the electrical is being started this week, and my brother's been working on it for the last couple of evenings, and we have a couple more days of him working out there on all that. Thank you guys again for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is not the normal video that I make, but who knows, maybe I'll start making more like this. And leave a like on the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Real quick before I end the video, I want to show you the other wall, because then you can expect the same on the other side. So that's it. Looks really good. Really excited about it. The transformation is really happening in the next few weeks. So make sure you stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next week, or Sunday. Peace.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so